Hello, I'm Matthew Klein, and this is my Capstone Project. What I focused on was the piezoelectric effect and the use of it in small electronics. And in this case, I built a small prototype that I proposed as built up of inline oscillators that then go to amplifiers and to a regulator in order to create a 5 volt, or in theory, a 5 volt output that could be possibly used in any kind of electronic. Now, if you look here, we're going to hook up our multimeter. And we're going to see what our results yield. If you look at the multimeter, you will see that there is absolutely no result here. At first I thought I had possibly gotten the design wrong. However, after it yielded continuity, I broke down the prototype into just inline oscillators just to see if it was feasible in order to create a decent amount of voltage. Now if you take a look, as we use typical up and down movement while looking at the oscillator, you can watch the positive and negative and gain a voltage. Very small, it's like we got 1 millivolt, and the higher the movement of the oscillators, the higher the voltage. What we learned from our experiment is that the voltage was regulating anywhere between positive 3 millivolts and negative 1 millivolts, and it wasn't a steady frequency, making it inconsistent and non-usable frequency. What I decided to do or suggest for future designs is to build in a low frequency filter that would possibly be able to utilize such a small voltage. However, with the oscillators on a one-dimensional or two-dimensional plane, in that case just covering the x-axis, you can only move it in one or two directions, up or down, just the y-axis. It's like in that case the design would have to be altered in order to basically maximize its proficiency by covering multiple different angles of movement. And in this case it shows that my overall design was a failure, but the actual concept is real and a success. However, this also concludes that piezoelectricity and the piezoelectric effect is not strong enough at this point to sustain any kind of power to power any of our small voltage electronics. That was my capstone project. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.